morning, I hope that you're well. I'm in a bit of a different setting today. I'm still at home. It's currently Friday morning, but I've had a few days off uni for Easter weekend, and now I had lectures yesterday, so I went to campus, but I'm back home still for another long weekend because it's another bank holiday here in Italy today. So I'm hoping to just have a couple of really quiet, very crafty days, hopefully. So I've just weighed some ingredients for a cake. I want to make just a very plain, simple yogurt cake. I was planning on enjoying that with some strawberries until I realised that I've actually run out of strawberries, but the shops are closed today, so I'll make do with a cup of tea today, I guess, and then I'll make a run for the strawberries tomorrow. But other than that, that's just going to be hopefully a lot of knitting, a lot of drawing, a lot of just chilling on the sofa. It's also just me and grandma and the cat at home for a couple of days. My parents are at the seaside. I was going to go with them, but I've got a dinner tonight, so that wasn't going to work out. So yeah, I just thought I would come say hi while I wait for my ingredients to come to room temperature, as the recipe says. And I'm gonna get back to baking now. Okay, update on the cake. It's actually really good. I've had a really good lunch. I thought before I sit down and knit for a while, I would show you the projects that I've been working on over the weekend really, but also I'm wearing my newly finished Salon cardigan that I realised I haven't shown on here yet. So I thought I would talk for a second about it as well. I finished this last Sunday. So it's been a bit over a week. I've worn this a ridiculous amount already. I love it so much. I don't own any other cardigans. I never made a cardigan before. I never bought a cardigan before. It's so easy to just throw on and wear, and it's not even the kind of cardigan that you can really wear open because it's got the tie fronts, and it just looks weird if you don't have them tied up. But I can definitely see more cardigans in my future, and I'm just really, really happy with how it looks. It's a really dark grey, so you probably can't see it too well, but I really like it. It pairs really well with everything else that I have, so I've been wearing it a lot. And then over the Easter weekend, I ended up making a self-drafted tank top or cami. I wanted to make a bow neck, a very simple plain bow neck black tank top, and here it is. I did self-draft it. There's a lot of patterns for similar things like this, but I felt like there was a little something that I didn't like about each of them, and so I felt like it was just going to be easy to self-draft it. I'm really happy with the way that the shaping turned out, the neckline. I did short rows at the back to kind of raise the back a bit, so it's a boat neck still, but it's not so in your throat. And I really like the width that I got at the shoulders. The only thing is I only had 3 balls of yarn because that's all they had left at the store, and it's a bit cropped. It's a bit more cropped than I would like it to be. So I think this is probably going to be more of a house type of top. I definitely plan on making others because I have no camisoles at the minute, and that's my primary knitting goal for the summer. So for the next ones that I make, I'm definitely gonna get at least because I got 150 grams of yarn, so I'm gonna get at least 200 if not 250, so I can make it longer, but also I'd like to try making at least one where I go around the armhole edges with I-cord, applied I-cord, because again I don't really have enough yarn left to do that on this. It looks fine as is. I did ribbing here at the top of the bow neck and then at the bottom hem as well, so it doesn't roll, which is a look that I don't particularly like, but I think it'd be nice to also have the armholes just nice and refined. But I'm happy with the way that this turned out still. It'll be a really nice breezy house top. It's a cotton linen blend yarn anyways, and I'm mostly just happy that my calculations for the neck shaping worked really well, and that kind of gave me confidence that I could self-draft a couple of patterns for the summer at least. And so I've started working on another one, which is again going to be another cami. I was really inspired by the yarn. It's a new yarn that they have in store in my local yarn store. It's a cotton merino blend, and they had this really, really beautiful colour. I'm not planning on making a lot of coloured tops for the summer. Colour is just not something that I gravitate towards a lot in my wardrobe. I tend to wear black most of the time, so I'm just going to keep making black tops that I know I'm actually going to wear. But this is definitely a warm enough red that I would enjoy wearing it, and I think it looks fine with my hair too. And red and deep olive greens are the 2 colours that I do allow in my wardrobe, because I will actually reach for them. So I picked up, I got 200 grams of that yarn, and I'm working on a fun little cami with a ruffle bottom hem. It's got entangled up in the yarn. There it is. I've got the bottom ruffle. I'm working on this bottom up. I had a swatch for this somewhere. There it is. I did work a little swatch for it. It's 1x1 rib, and then it's got this ruffle at the bottom, or well, the swatch is also worked bottom up. And when I block this, the ruffle definitely stopped rolling up so much, and I think actually just the cast on edge looks pretty neat still. So if it ends up looking like that in the final cami as well, I'm probably not going to do anything else to it. Otherwise, if I find that it still rolls up or that the cast on isn't so neat, I might just again go back to it and do like an apply dye cord or something. I know that they do have more of this yarn in stock at my local yarn store, so if I do need to grab some more, I can for this. But we'll see how much I can get done with the yarn that I have. I think it'll probably be fine. The only thing that I'm a bit worried about is that it's making a pretty thick fabric, and so I want to get this to a point where I can try it on and assess like how warm it actually is once I'm wearing it. And if I find that it is just too warm for an actual summer top, I can always decide, because I'm working it bottom up, I can always decide to alter the neckline to make it maybe like a t-shirt or even a long sleeve, like, I don't know, we'll see. I think it'd be really cute to have like a little ruffle short sleeve as well. We'll see. For now, I'm also just undecided about a neckline as is, even if I'm going to make it as a cami. I was thinking it might be cool to do 2 different necklines for the front and the back so that it's like reversible, like you can wear it both ways, and have again like a higher boat neck and then more of a lower square neckline. I would make them with like the same rate of decreases so that they still look the same, just one would be lower than the other, but I don't know, we'll see. We'll see when I get there. But I've got the bottom ruffle, which took, well, it didn't take very long because it's not very tall, but it was so many stitches. And then I've just been working on the ribbing, and I am doing some waist shaping at the sides as well. And then the other project that I have on the needles at the moment, well, I have a few more, but the other one that I'm really working on, and that I would actually really like to make some good progress on this weekend, is the vest that I'm making for my grandma. So I'm nearly done with the body. It's a very like lightweight cotton yarn, so it doesn't hold its shape very well, it's very drapey, but I'm very nearly done with the body. I need to measure it. I probably only have like a couple of centimeters left before I need to do the ribbing. And then we've decided on a double knit button band, though she doesn't actually want buttons, so it's just going to be same as this cardigan, like a double knit band. But the original pattern for this, which is the vest number 7 by My Favorite Things Nowhere, has a ribbed button band. So I'm going to do a double knit button band and also double knit like armhole finishings, and then that'll be done. Or actually, not really, because I have to make pockets for it, but that's like the main priority right now. So we'll see how much progress I can make on those over the weekend. But I think for now I'm just gonna work on the vest, just do a little bit of stockinette while I watch some videos, and then I'll probably get to some drawing this afternoon as well. Okay, so the body is done, it's long enough. I've done the final round on the smaller size needles that I'm going to use for the ribbing, as the pattern said. And now I'm actually going to have to go back and place the markers at the sides, because this is going to have like a split rib hem at the bottom. But I wasn't sure whether my grandma was going to want that or not, and so I didn't place the markers when it told me to, like all the way back when I joined in the round at the armholes. So I'm gonna go back and do that, and then I'll start working on the split hem, and we'll see how that progresses. afternoon. I have been having just a very sleepy, very lazy Saturday, which is why I don't think you've seen that much today. But I did do a bit of journaling, so I thought I'd kind of share a bit of that. I'm gonna do some more probably this evening, some more like catching up in my creative, like art related book. I've just been doing some catching up in my personal journal, like the A6 Hon, and the knitting journal, which I've been having so much fun with recently. But not the reason why I started this clip. I wanted to show you I finished the body on the vest, which again is just still looking very shapeless, but I did finish all of the ribbing at the bottom with the split hems, and I think it turned out really nice. I've woven in a couple of ends, but I've got a million more to go. And I'm a bit worried about these armholes because they're looking gigantic, like literally I could fit my whole head through them. But I've decided I'm gonna do the ribbing, and then if they're like too big, I'll just do a bit more ribbing. Because we're doing double knit button band for like the button band, but I'm not gonna do double knitting for the armhole finishings because I feel like that might flare out. And it might take a few tries to get right, and I don't really want to mess around with this yarn too much because I think it might not end up looking so polished if I do that. So I'm gonna stick with the pattern instructions for the armhole edges and just do ribbing, and then I'm gonna do basically what I did for my cardigan and do double knitting for the front, and then once I have those in place, I'll weave in all of my ends. But I didn't want to weave all of, because I've got pretty much all of my ends kind of at some sort of edge, and I didn't want to weave them in before picking up stitches because I felt like that would then make picking up stitches uncomfortable. But I am just heading out to go visit my grandma actually, so I am going to bring this with me so I can get her to try it on just to double check that it fits okay, except from the gigantic armholes. I didn't realise until I'd actually like finished the body. Otherwise I probably would have modified it sooner, and I would have like started the increases for the armholes a bit sooner, and I would have joined it in the round sooner. But it is what it is. She's gonna wear it on top of things anyways. I don't think it really is going to be a big deal if the armholes are a bit too deep. But I just want to double check that it fits okay, that the length is fine. I'd taken measurements when we first like decided what project we were going to do, and it does fit those measurements, so it should be okay. But I'm gonna bring it over, and then I'll probably spend like a couple of hours just playing card games with her and her friends. So that'll be a nice end to my Saturday. And then I really don't know how much I'm gonna get done tomorrow because Mallory's coming over for breakfast. So we've just got to catch up. We haven't seen each other in a couple of weeks. Well, we saw each other yesterday night for dinner, but it wasn't just us. And then I've got a concert in the evening that I'm going to with my dad. I'm going to see the Lumineers, which is really exciting. And then in all of that, I've got to pack because on the way back to the concert, my dad's going to drop me off at home in Turin because then I've got lectures on Monday. So I'm going to have to find time to pack, and I don't think I'm really going to get a lot done. But I might do some knitting in the car on the way there, and then I might offer to drive on the way back. I don't know. We'll see. So I don't know if I'm going to still film tomorrow. Well, I probably will because I do want to include like maybe a couple of clips from the concert. But I don't know if there's going to be like a spoken update still. In any case, that's where we're at with things. I'll catch up with you later. I'm back, and I decided that for tonight I'm actually going to work on a different project that I wasn't necessarily planning on picking back up over the weekend, but I was going to get working on next week anyways, so it's fine. Which is a pair of socks. I have finished the first one. They're the Quilty Cabin socks by Horsefeather Fibre Arts. They have this really lovely colourwork cuff. with this quilty style motif. I've only done one row of the motif, you can do two, but for the spring I just wanted like a pair of shorties to wear with my low rise Doc Martens, and then I really enjoyed this pattern. I'm probably going to make another version for the autumn with 2 repeats of the motif to make them higher to wear with boots. But I finished the first one like I don't know, 3 weeks ago at this point, and I started the second, and it's just like the tiniest little beginning of a cuff. I think I've done like 5 rows of it. So I thought, if I can get through the colour work tonight, which I can, like I did the colour work in one sitting last time, if I can finish the cuff, get through the colour work tonight, and then maybe do the heel flap tomorrow and pick up stitches for the gusset. From then on, it's literally just stockinetting the round with a couple of decreases, so that would be great car knitting for tomorrow. And I just really want to kind of get started on the second sock, because if I do the colour work now, then I'm definitely going to finish the sock over the week. Because again, it'll just be like very simple stockinetting the round, and because it's so few stitches on the needles compared to the other projects that I've been working on over the week, it'll go by so quickly, and I feel like that's what I want at the moment. So I'm gonna work on this tonight, and then we'll see where I get with it, and then hopefully that means that I can get to finish this pair of socks this week, which I guess you'll see in the next video, but it'll be really nice because I really want to wear them. Just start wearing them, at least kind of now when the weather is warm enough that I don't need to wear my boots, but also not mid-July boiling hot, that probably wearing wool socks is not going to be the best. So yeah, that's exciting.
We're the lumineers from Denver, Colorado. So nice to be here. It's our first song off our first album. It's called Flowers in the River. When we were young, everyone was all excited. And romance was shining by my soul. Flowers in your hair. Pack yourself a favorite flower and take it with caution. Take all of your savings out.
Leave black in the sea. All the things in the sheet. Have a game. I'm a car, I'm a car, I'm a red. Flags on the
Here comes the candidate. You're like all United States, vote for him.